Welcome to Whole Health Visions. Our program provides a platform for professionals to inform and educate others about healthy options to improve your life and lifestyle. My name is Heidi Martin.
And I'm Natalie LaRoche.
Today we'll be talking with Natalie Proenka, a holistic life coach.
How are you today?
Good, thank you. I'm so glad and so good to be here.
I'm happy to have you.
Natalie, can you tell us a little bit about why you decided to be a holistic health coach?
Well, from my personal experience that I have story to tell you guys. I'm a breast cancer survivor. It has been 10 years. Wow. So it's been a very long time, but I came to America when I was 25 years old. And I graduated here and then got a job as software engineer. And working in the IT field is very stressful job and not eating well. I have typical diets like a lot of people here do, not sleeping enough, enjoy life. Then later on, when I diagnosed breast cancer, I was in a shock. And that kind of changed my lifestyle a little bit. So I had chemotherapy, I had radiation, just like everybody else. I did not know any alternative approach. So I took all that conventional treatment and I have a lot of side effects. So do you want to hear about the side effects I have?
Oh, sure. Look, if you could tell us side effects of the chemo, and you said you had radiation too?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I was diagnosed breast cancer. That time it was 3 centimeters, so that's what the doctor told me. Then I actually almost dying. I felt like when I had the second session of chemotherapy, I felt like I was dying. I had allergy reaction to the chemotherapy. Okay. At that time, there was no one with me. My husband left the hospital because it was the second time. The first time it was okay, but I didn't believe that I would lose my hair. I did not believe that. I told it's not me. That my doctor told me, go get a wig, you're gonna lose hair. I said, no way, it's not me.
Wow.
You just didn't think that you were going to lose your hair?
No.
Or
I said, no, not everybody. And I was in denying mode for a long time, you know. I did not believe, even my family did not believe that I had breast cancer because no one in my family.
So there was no history of it in your family?
No breast cancer in my family. So first time I lost my hair, like the doctor said.
Wow.
And that right there is devastating. My mom had cancer, and she's had to go through radiation and chemo a few times. And for us that don't go through it, it's like it's not a big deal. Your hair will grow back.
Right.
But I have a lot of clients that I talk to who are like, it's devastating. I mean, that is like such a big piece of you that
So losing hair, before I didn't think that such a big thing, the hair will grow back, right? But it's not only losing hair. When I lost my hair, I felt like every pore in my body, I feel like so painful. And I thought it was not big deal when I didn't have cancer. But when I experienced that myself, I was like, it's you're not losing just hair. So every hair in your body, like everything, eyelash, eyebrows, everything. Here you have nothing to protect you, so you're very sensitive to any dust.
Never realized that.
My ex-husband described it as like shards of glass in his head.
Oh,
right.
Like when he would go to lay on the pillow, he said that it felt like shards of glass were like poking him in the head.
That's why I felt like, now I understand why women so afraid of losing hair when they have cancer. So not only that, my second chemotherapy, when I got the second shot at the hospital, everybody left me when they put everything on my body. My husband left to work, my doctor, my nurse, they left. It's just like, you have to be there for a couple hours. Just few minutes. I can feel that chemo, it's going through my vein, it's going up.
You can actually feel it entering your body.
I feel it. But the second time, I feel like sharp pain on my stomach. And it's going up really quickly. Takes seconds. It's up here. I couldn't talk. I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was dying. And I felt that moment that I knew how people feeling when they are about going to die. It was just up here. The whole my body went up, and
Now this is because you had an allergic reaction.
right.
Okay.
So I called the nurse right away, and then she came. I tried to tell them something wrong, so they stopped the medication, and they told me that I have reaction, the allergy reaction on the second time, and they told me this is not uncommon. So everybody can have this.
Oh boy.
So they give me Benadryl, and then I have to wait for a couple hours. And that time I was like, I gotta do something for myself, right? So I finished the treatment just like everybody else. I didn't know the alternative approach until later on, when one of my friends, she passed away from brain cancer. She had breast cancer before, and then she got second time was brain cancer. And that wake me up. It's just like a wake up call. I have to do something for myself. I don't want to die like young, I was 36 when I'm done the treatment. I was 37. Then I start searching and study on my own, reading lots of books and research about how people get cancer to start with and what actually causing it, because everybody wants to know, right? How do you get cancer? And
how to
your
avoid
doctor
cancer.
always telling you, oh, nobody knows exactly.
So go back to, you were talking about your job, and your job was stressful, and like how you think that relates to you getting sick.
Obviously, I think part of it now that I understand better. So how we get cancer is actually two things. It's one of the toxics that we put in the body. The body have too much chemical and toxins.
From-
Stress is also part of that.
Okay.
Stress is the internal toxin that you put on your own, little by little, from either work, from either your anything that you stress about, because the body actually doesn't know.
So what people don't realize is that the chemical reaction in your body breaks down the body, and so it's susceptible to cancer and different things.
Right. So when you're stressed, either when you're sad, even when you watch like a horror movie, your body produce one of the hormones that's called cortisol. This actually is a toxic to your body. And little by little, when you work hard, you stress, you're sad, you're miserable. The body produces that bad hormone, and that is accumulated little by little, along with your diet, not helping you to get rid of these toxins. And that when the cells become inflamed, and that's how people get cancer.
And obviously there's a lot of controversy over the way foods are prepared now opposed to the way they were, which is why a lot of people have a lot more allergies or maybe are susceptible to diseases.
So with my stressful job, my typical diet here, I want to fit in because I came from Thailand. I want to live like in America. Yeah, so I just like eat American diet and just typical food and a lot of processed food. So with all that together, and that's, I believe that.
So you think the two components were like the stress and then like the eating habits,
and not have enough rest.
Okay.
So I have a question. You said you were you work with computers, software.
Yes, I was a software engineer for 20 years.
So what's really interesting to me, I see a lot of people involved in careers that stress them out and they don't feel natural to them. And now you're a holistic health coach. Is there a connection there where you were doing something, were you stressed out about your job? Was it, what do you think that had a...
Actually, since I was young, I'm already into nutrition, but I didn't get a chance really change myself. I was not serious about it until I had breast cancer. And then when a friend of mine died, and I told myself I have to change. So I was searching and researching. Then I studied on my own, reading lots of books, and then I started taking some training to become a health coach. I realized that a little bit back to a few years ago, when I asked myself, is it really the career and the job that I love to do? I enjoy doing and working in the IT field a lot, but when people talk to me about nutrition, it just like I got energy. I got energy to talk about it. I become alive, and then I realized that is really me. So why don't I just change my career to do what I love to do? Right?
Great.
So
That's great.
then I help myself to stay well, be healthy. Then I feel like I want to help others, and that's how I start. From reading a lot of books and then get the training. Then I was serious about it a couple of years ago that, hey, this is going to be my new career. I want to help others. I want other people to really stay well. And that's how I start to become a holistic health coach.
Because I noticed that you said 10 years you've been cancer-free. So what do you attribute that to?
The most important thing is the mindset.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I have to learn how to reduce stress. You can work hard. I want everybody to know that you can work hard, play hard, but not stress about your job. You can do that. Changing the diet is not easy.
No, it's
Not everybody wants to change. But what you can do is changing little by little by just picking the better choice, a healthier choice, day by day.
Some change is better than no change, right?
Right. So I started by changing when I was working. I have 2 boys to take care, and I work full time, like a lot of women do. So I start changing, adding green smoothie to my diet, adding green juice, and eating better little by little. So I also have a very busy life, like a lot of women.
So I think the other side of that too, of change, right? Because we all say we want to do things, right? And I want to get healthier, I want to live a better life, it's like your reason, your why. And your why, you said were your boys, like you want to be here. When you start to think about it outside of yourself, right?
Right.
And you're like, well, but I have to take care of my kids. Like I want to be here for that. That makes it bigger and more profound. It gives you a little bit more motivation, I think, to to get it done.
The why is the key, right?
Yep.
I want to see my grandchildren. I don't want to die young. I have 2 boys. I want to raise my 2 boys, and I want to see they grow up. And so that's my first why, right? I want to raise my 2 boys. The second why, I do it for myself. And the third why, I want to help others. When I found that what is actually there's a couple things that you can stay well, and it's not very hard. You can be cancer-free. I want to deliver this message. I want to help others.
That's great.
Yeah, that's my third why. 3 things together. I can live my IT career, and I pursue what I really want to be is being the health coach and then help others.
And part of that why is it because when you were going through it, you feel like you didn't have, you didn't know what the options were, you didn't know that you could do other things, and you didn't have people to talk to you and kind of help you through the process, of whatever, being in denial or being in pain, you can share your experience, and other people, are going to have a better picture of what to expect and maybe what they can do if they're going through what you went through. Opposed to me trying to tell them I've never had cancer, so.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's the reason that why I want to become a health coach and helping others.
That's a good reason.
So there's another thing that, and I believe that cancer is a choice.
So that's interesting and probably very controversial.
But I agree.
But
I agree.
right.
In most cases, it is. Or you think about how many people have cancer, and if you look at their lifestyle, they're stressed out. They're not resting. They're eating the wrong stuff. They're eating really fast, trying to on the go. They may be drinking things they shouldn't drink. their lifestyle just shows.
Dig.
Their lifestyle is not conducive to a healthy lifestyle. A lot of times, you know, we kind of stress ourselves out. Sometimes we pick jobs, careers that are just so contrary to what is really authentic to who we are,
Right.
and we got our, you know, go through our days, and we're just trying so hard to
through the day.
adapt and become that person, that IT person, that whatever it is that you're doing, because you always thought that was what you had to do, and you can get sick. You can get so stressed out, and cortisol will pile up, and cortisol has its purpose. Cortisol is just for fight or flight, and just when you're in danger. It's not meant to be every day, all day long. So yeah, if you can lower your stress and learn some ways to adapt, sure.
You can't enjoy wealth without good health.
Right.
So that's one of the things that's always in my head, that working in the IT field, being a software engineer, I actually had a very good job. I had a lot of people that very good friends at work. You know, I enjoyed it, but
You weren't overly passionate about it.
yeah. So every day when people talk to me, and then I realized that my passion is about nutrition. And every time when I talk about food, the diet, or telling people what they should be eating, or how you can stay well without medication, and that's I become alive. You know, I feel like so excited about it, and that's the reason.
And as far as your story of, like, you know, eating better and sleeping better and not being stressed and stuff, like, I've seen both sides of it. Like, so my mom has had cancer that's come back a few times, and she doesn't sleep well. She doesn't eat well. She doesn't do much well. My ex-husband did what you did. You know, he took care of himself. He changed his diet. You know, he made sure that he wasn't eating things that were prepared or that had aspartame or different things in them. And he's been cancer-free
That's
probably
great.
as long as you. Yeah, and he's in good health.
So it has been 10 years for me, and that's what I want to do from now, is to help others, especially people who are still recover from cancer or preventing from cancer. And I believe that cancer is a choice, so you can choose to be healthier by changing your diet to be a healthier choice, and then exercise a little bit, not stressing so much, and you can be cancer-free.
Do you have a website or a place where people can find you online?
Well, I have my Facebook is called Stop Cancer with Natalie, and also YouTube channel called Health Coach Natalie.
And how can you help
Coach
other people?
Natalie.
Like, so if I, you know, just got diagnosed with breast cancer and, you know, I saw the show, like, how could you help me? What could you offer?
So you can actually contact me. My email address is coachnatalieporenka@gmail.com. We will have some information after this show, or give me a call. Then you can consult me. You can sign up with the coaching program. I have a VIP private coaching program, 3 month and 6 months program.
Okay.
Yes, and I also offer the online program. I have the online class. Right now, I offer one class. It's for detoxification, because I believe that the death begins in the colon. So you have to clean your colon and clean your liver to stay healthy. So that's my first online class that I'm offering right now. And I'm going to have a class, the next online class, about beating cancer naturally. Is coming up soon.
Great.
That's awesome.
I'll have to have you back after
Yeah,
that
we'll have to
and
have you back again.
talk a little bit more.
That I would be so happy to come back again.
To you viewers at home, thank you so much for watching Whole Health Visions. If you have a story you'd like to tell or you'd like to be on the show, please send me an email at wholehealthvisions@gmail.com. I'm Heidi Martin.
And I'm Natalie LaRoche.
As Mahatma Gandhi once said,
You must be the change you wish to see in the world.
thank you for watching.
This program was made possible by your Franklin friends and neighbors. Good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.